one episode closer to our Spotify deal, Billy.
Yeah, I guess in a way.
You know, we should probably tag Spotify in this and just let them know. You know, we are open for business if they want to talk numbers. Get down to brass tacks here.
And that's not just Spotify. If you're YouTube and you're listening, you're welcome to knock on our door also.
Knock on our door.
Come on, knock on our door.
We are waiting for them.
We are waiting for you.
Absolutely. Except there's no three's company. We have our intern here. You can't see him in the camera. Welcome to our YouTube viewers again. Second episode where you get to see us.
Yep.
It's pretty nice.
Episode 4 of the Garage Party Podcast.
That's right. Episode 4, Garage Party Podcast, live here in Bayside, Queens. We're getting up there. Episode 4. Episode 3 was a good one. One of our best, I felt. I feel like we're getting stronger as we improve.
A little too much Johnny Chan, but sorry about that, guys.
No such thing as too much Johnny Chan. We'll get into that later on. The quest continues. As we go along here, we're improving our studio. You can notice if you're watching us on YouTube, we've added some lights.
We had a little atmosphere.
A little mood lighting now.
Little party lights.
They are party lights. I got red on my side, and you got a nice shade of green going over
Christmassy?
you.
I have blue. I have orange. I have purple. I have...
So as the seasons change, we can change the lights?
I actually have those Christmas lasers that we tried to use at that one shoot.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Christmas lasers. Well, maybe we should leave it up to the viewers.
Yeah, let's get weird.
GaragePartyPodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Be sure to subscribe. Yeah, we could definitely get weird with the lights. Be sure to email us, GaragePartyPodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what you think of the lights.
You don't have to, but I know they're cool.
Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to. I think they look pretty good. I'm good with keeping these. You think they might be too Christmassy? Couldn't disagree more.
I think it looks good.
I think
it's on brand.
Nice. It looks
very on brand for the Garage Party Podcast over here.
Be sure to subscribe to us, Spotify, Soundcloud, YouTube, iTunes, and just recently we got the confirmation about the Google Podcast or whatever it's called. I don't even know.
I think we've been on there for a few weeks, but I don't think anyone listens
We got
to
a
that.
confirmation.
Except I know one person does.
I know we have at least one viewer that is listening to us on, what is it called? I want to get the name right.
I think it's just Google Podcasts.
Google Podcasts. Okay. So for the Android people out there, Google Podcasts.
iOS can use it too.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So it's not just for the Android people, I guess. But
yeah,
it's definitely, I would say, I don't want to insult them, but the most obscure of the platforms that we're streaming on. Would you agree? I mean, when you look at names like Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud, those are powerhouses in the streaming industry. And then you just have Google Podcasts. I mean, Google is Google, which is huge, but Google Podcasts is almost like a branch off of Google that I don't think it's that popular. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of my ass here. It's quite possible. I do that a number of times. But
it even sounds clunky to say. Like when you have to say that.
I don't like it.
iTunes,
Google
Spotify,
Podcasts.
SoundCloud, Google Podcasts.
That's right.
It's like me trying to spell sings.
Yeah. If you want to relive that disaster, go listen to episode 3 of the Garage Party Podcast.
I know
Billy
how to
had
spell
a little
sings.
bit of
I spelled it right. Yeah. Just for the record, I spelled it right.
Did you spell it right, or did you stumble into it correctly?
It's debatable.
Yeah, it certainly is. So here we are. We're recording today. Today is Thursday, June 18th. This podcast will go live at midnight tonight, which would be Friday, June 19th.
Is that how days work?
That is how days work. Midnight.
Thursday after Friday, 18th after 19th.
No, 19 after 18.
That's what I said, no?
No, you said 18 after 19. But this is good because you can go back and replay it.
Yeah.
Kind of like you did on...
Not as wrong as you were last week.
Not nearly as wrong as I was last week in episode 3. But it's a big day for us here at the Garage Party Podcast because for both of us, we're going back to our roots almost. We're going back... for me, going back home. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I live in Queens now. Took a little detour to Jersey. I believe you were a Brooklyn guy originally.
I was born there. I lived there until I was 3 or 4. I moved out early, but...
It was your first home.
Yeah.
So today we're going back to our roots on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. We're going to go back to Brooklyn, and we are going to go back to one of our favorite pizza spots in the world. It is my favorite pizza spot in the world. We're going to L&B Spumoni Gardens in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn. Right after we're done recording the podcast today, we're going to take it over. We're going to take a ride over there, and we're going to pick up. I get worried every time I go over there because I feel like I'm going to overbuy, but I feel like I haven't been there in so long.
No such thing there.
Today's the day. If I'm going to do it, there's no such thing. It'll get eaten for sure.
What do you say? We get a tray? That's 2 pies is a tray.
Yeah.
That's probably.
I got to bring it home. Casey's going to have it for dinner. So I gotta make sure that I leave.
I
some
think
for
Lauren's
her.
banking on having it for dinner as well.
Yeah. So when we get there, we'll discuss how much we're gonna purchase, but it'll be a substantial amount. I can guarantee
Is Casey
you that.
taking the ride with us?
She's not. No. No,
Okay.
she's hanging out with the dog. But
So she's not gonna get the full.
She won't get the full experience. But I don't even know if we're gonna get the full experience because I don't know what it's like for them during this quarantine.
Well, I imagine we could still get it, hot out the box and just, go to your.
I would imagine we just go to right. Yeah, we just go and order it and leave. Although they do have outdoor seating.
They do, but in Brooklyn, I doubt they're allowing that yet.
Yeah. So most likely it'll be a pick up and go. But we're very excited to be heading back there, heading back home for.
It's still great off
us.
the hood of your car.
It's great anywhere. You could eat that off a shoe.
I'm not going to.
Nah, I wouldn't, but
I would.
If I had to, I would as well. So we're going back home to Spumoni Gardens. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna vlog the entire time. And should we introduce our new vlog series?
It's a mini series within the vlog.
It's a mini series within the vlog. So
Yeah.
we have our Garage Party podcast vlog, which can be anything. It's basically you could see us getting ready on recording day. You see us doing some sound check stuff. We're going to branch it off. We're going to expand it a little bit more because we really haven't posted that much. We're still trying to get our feet under us with this whole podcast thing. But we're going to really expand it and do better. But one of the mini series that Billy texted me about that he wants to do on the YouTube page, I'll let you take this because this is your baby here. You came up with this.
So both me and Rich like to eat. We like to eat good food.
No argument there.
So when we take these little adventures, as you will,
Today being the first one,
to go eat, I wanted to give it a title. So I came up with Fat Fuck Adventures. So that's going to be a little series within the series.
That's right.
Within the series.
You get to see us.
Seriesception.
Pick a different. It could be a good way to get the audience engaged too. We're gonna pick a different spot. You want to do this once a week?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna pick a different spot once a week to go visit.
Allowing.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to make sure that the other 6 days out of the week are a little bit toned down. But once a week, we're gonna go to a different food spot, a great food spot. Doesn't necessarily have to be Queens. Like I said, today we're going to Brooklyn. We can't obviously go too far. We keep it within the city limits, or at least maybe the beginning parts.
Hey, I'll drive to Philly, get some cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I would do that too. What the hell else are we doing? All right, so within the East Coast, if it's on the East Coast, we're open for business. We're open for options. So be sure to email us, garagepartypodcast@gmail.com. If you have a food spot.
Or Instagram, too.
Or Instagram, right. You can DM us.
Comment.
Right, anywhere. Be sure to tell us your favorite food spot and tell us why we have to go there and tell us what we have to get when we go there. Because if I'm recommending to somebody who's never been to Spumoni Gardens before, you can't just get the regular pizza. You're wasting your time. You got to make sure you get the Sicilian Square. That's the whole thing, and obviously you got to try the Spumoni. So be sure if you have a place that you love, a food spot, you got to tell us why we should go there and what it is that we should get when we're there. And listen, we're completely open for suggestions. Yeah. We have a couple that we love that we want to probably do within the couple
My wheels
weeks,
are turning already.
Yeah, so are mine. I got a couple in mind right off the bat. So be sure to let us know of any places that you think we should go. We'll go there. We'll review it. We'll talk about it. We'll vlog the entire experience, and we'll post it up to our YouTube. So a lot of stuff, including this. And now not
Maybe
only
we include some local food bloggers and stuff like that, too.
I like that. We can get them involved in it. Yeah, I like that. So now not only if you're a YouTube subscriber do you get to watch the Garage Party podcast and see us every week, but also now you can send us along on a trip to your favorite food spot and let us know why we should go there. So that's pretty exciting. I think it's a great idea by you. Yeah. You've had a lot of great ideas.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
A lot of great ideas. One of your best, I would say, is probably coming up with the titles for the episodes. Have the wheels began turning for episode 4 yet?
I feel like it's got to be something L&B related.
Yeah.
But
we'll think of something as we go along.
Yeah.
We'll definitely think of something. But I'm pretty excited for L&B Spumoni Gardens today.
Oh, I've been jonesing ever since. What made us want it again? I feel like it.
I don't even know what it was.
I think we just mentioned it together on Xbox, and now I was like, well, someone mentions it, I have to have it.
That's it. Especially when it's been a while. And for me, it's been, I would say, at least 7, 8, probably last summer.
Yeah, I think I went in August last year, and it might have been in
summer.
September.
Yeah.
But I haven't gone since. I went there, and I tried to go to the Coney Island Brewery, but they were closed for a private event. So instead, I pivoted to L&B, which I was probably going to do anyway. But
not a bad pivot.
Yeah.
Not a bad pivot.
Always reliable too. Never closed for a private event. They didn't let me down.
Until today when we show up. Yeah, watch them be closed today. I don't even know.
FEMA took it over for COVID testing.
It's a COVID testing site now. Imagine.
Well, knock on wood.
I'm looking. Yeah, seriously.
Or plaster.
I'm looking forward to it though. It'll be a good time. So I understand you had quite an experience. Was it your first time that you went to Spumoni Gardens? You were telling me off the air a few minutes ago.
It wasn't my first. No, it definitely wasn't my first time there. But Spumoni Gardens is the first place I could have been. Okay. First place I remember being stung by a bee.
Interesting.
You know, so when we go and we vlog it, they have like these red tables that have been there. What do you say, 100 years?
Yeah, probably.
Those red picnic tables, always in the same exact spots, never moved.
Carmine Barbotti, I believe, the founder.
Is that the mob boss who got killed too?
No. Well, he wasn't a mob boss, but there were definitely some connections there.
All right.
But no, the Carmine Barbotti, I believe, was the founder who basically started it, I believe, out of a horse and buggy selling the Spumoni.
Oh, okay.
And then it turned into this location where it is in Benson.
Because even on their sign and their logo, it has the whole
horse and buggy. Yeah, that's how it began. So, but yes, the famed red tables that have been there for, I would say, about 100 years.
Yeah. Never moved once.
No.
Always been there. And I'm pretty sure I remember the exact table. And, like, I leaned my hand on it, and out came, like, out of one of the crevices, just this little, out of my tiny little hand at the time, this big old lumberjack bee, yellow jacket, just right here in the webbing of my hand.
Stung you.
Stung you.
Did he die?
I imagine eventually, right? They always die when they sting.
I think so. I think that's a thing. I think they're supposed to die.
I definitely think they're supposed to die.
Now, you see, do you think bees know that? Because I'm assuming they know. We would never get stung.
You ever seen Bee Movie?
No, but isn't that Jerry Seinfeld?
That's Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, he's the voice,
you should
right?
watch it, yeah.
I've never seen it. But I got to imagine if a bee knows that it's going to die when it stings somebody.
You got to be really fucking pissed.
Well, you've also got to really make sure that you are diligent about
who
who
waste
you
it on
sting.
a 4-year-old? You're going to waste it on a 3-year-old?
Right. If you're going to sting somebody, you're going to make sure that fucking guy deserves it.
Did I threaten you that much?
Yeah.
Putting my hand?
You got to make sure that son of a bitch deserves to get stung. If I'm going to die for this, that guy deserves a sting in the crevice of his thumb.
I feel like we got to look
Just Google it. I'm assuming it's kind of it's a confusing area because what is it that makes the bee die?
Is it, I don't know, they're losing their stinger, so it's part of their anatomy. So maybe it's.
Is that like losing a penis?
If you just suddenly cut my penis off, I'm going to die 100%. I'm going to bleed out.
I don't think so.
Yeah, 1,000%.
You could probably live, but you'd probably not want to.
No, 1,000% you bleed out. So just a quick Google page, Myth-Busting Monday. Do all bees die after they sting humans? Honeybees die after stinging because they have what's known as a barbed stinger. They can sting other insects and survive, but the stinger cannot cope with the thick skin of mammals. If the honeybee stings a human, the sting will get stuck in the skin. Okay, so I guess if the stinger was left inside, like when he stung me, I don't remember if the stinger was left inside or not.
Seems like something you would have remembered. Because wouldn't you have to pry it out? Almost like a splinter?
Maybe.
I would imagine so. You can't, unless it's still in there.
I don't think it is. Could be. Could be why I want to sting you sometimes.
Could be.
But I guess it's, and that's honeybees too. Interesting.
Yeah. So basically we have no
I didn't know
answer.
they sting other insects.
We have no answer, is basically what you're talking
Not a
about.
lot of surface area to sting another insect. Like, how do they sting like a carpenter ant?
I would imagine that they're only stinging things that they think pose a threat to them. They're not just going out of their way to sting anything, right? They have to feel like they're about to.
Like assholes.
Yeah, I mean,
But what about
I've never encountered
like
a bee
those
that
stories,
I like
people like crashing into those bee hives or sanctuaries where they get stung hundreds of times. Is it hundreds of bees that are gonna die?
No, I think like the honeybee is the only one that dies now, right? little hair.
Should I search Yellow Jackets? Yeah, you had a little fuzz on your microphone. I had to get that off.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Do anything for you. Just for you.
Speaking of which, Billy was able to get me this nice water here before the show, and he very nicely, I don't know if you could see it, put an R right on the cap, just in case with all the people here we got confused whose water was whose.
Yeah, it's a pandemic.
You can never be too sure. It could have been our interns, you know? Got to make sure.
I was also concerned about you confusing the R for a B.
Well, then in that case, you probably should have used the lowercase r.
Because R and B are very similar.
They look kind of similar. I don't know. I don't think they're similar. I think that you just
quick glance
made them look a little similar.
Whoop, quick glance. Whoop.
Yeah, but who's opening a water cap like this?
It's a pandemic. You got to be careful.
Yeah, that's true. So we have no clarity on the bees. We have no idea if they die. But that's Billy's little fun fact. Fun fact for me, I've never...
You never been stung by a bee?
Yep, and I never should have said it because now I know today I'm getting stung by a bee.
All right.
There's a 1,000% chance I'm getting stung by a bee.
We're steering clear of... It's the fifth table closest to the fence on the right.
You think he's still there?
Oh, if he's there.
You could settle the score.
If he's there, he's going to sting you.
Well...
His ears are ringing.
I never should have said anything.
But also,
no, I've never
he
been
may
stung
have
by a
died when
bee.
he stung me.
Is that the most pain you've ever been in from an insect?
No.
I mean, we're getting into some like Coyote Peterson shit right now, but
yeah. So I think it was 7th or 8th grade football practice, and it was like travel football, so it wasn't like school related. So you had to like bring your own Gatorades and everything, and then during water breaks you go over to your Gatorade and take a little sip and then get back on the field. So during my last water break, I must have put my Gatorade on an anthill. So when I went back and grabbed it, just red ants just flew up my hand. And it was just bites everywhere.
That's rough.
My whole left hand.
All those red fire ants?
Yeah.
Those are supposed to be super painful, aren't they?
It probably, like, one bee sting is probably worse than one ant sting, but it was like a lot.
But if you have like a lot of fire ants covering your arm.
There's a lot of ants.
Yeah, that's definitely, I could see that being painful. I can't think of any time I've ever actually been in pain from an insect. Again, I shouldn't have said anything because now I'm going to get like a goddamn
You ever get those
hornet.
little horse flies at the beach?
Yeah.
Those things freaking hurt, too.
Those things do hurt, and I have been stung by those before. They're like giant green.
Yeah, sometimes they're like clear almost.
Yeah. Those things do hurt. But is that really like...
They leave welts. Those things hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just expecting more. I've always built... I think throughout my entire life, I've been building up a bee sting so, like, high because I haven't experienced it yet. Like, I've basically put a bee and wasp sting as, like, the two things that I would like to go to the grave without ever getting.
Because it's not that bad.
Because I just think that they're the most painful thing in the world because I've never experienced them. And you never hear anybody saying, yeah, I had a bee sting and it was
usually
nothing.
just unexpected, you know?
Like, you remember your bee sting from, what, 20 years ago?
It was definitely a lot worse because I was like 3.
Yeah.
And just trying to bite into my
The fact
LMB
that you
pizza.
remember it shows that it was that much of a jarring experience for you. I don't want that.
Like, I've been stung other times, but I'd have to think about it. Like, it's not like, oh, I got stung by a bee. It's not like getting a flat tire. It's not as bad as that.
What's the worst pain you've ever been in, period?
I cut a piece of my thumb off.
Oh, I do. This was just recently.
Yeah, it was last February.
Yeah. I remember you showing us a picture of your what was left of it.
I cut a nice little chunk of my thumb off.
How'd you do that again?
With a utility knife.
Opening a box?
I was like cutting like a piece of foam board at work, and I tried to force the knife, and it was a little bit dull, so I had to like really.
Now, did you know right away that you had cut a piece of your thumb off, or was it kind of like that moment of shock where you looked down and you're like,
I knew it was
a
a nice chunk, but it wasn't bleeding that bad at first, and like I cut myself all the time at work, so like I was like, all right, whatever, and I just quickly put a little pressure on it, and I was just casually walking to the bathroom to go rinse it off. I get to the sink, and my hand's down to my elbow in blood, and it just keeps coming, and then everyone around, like in the office, hears me fumbling around in the bathroom, and they come by and knock, like, you all right?
Yeah.
And we had to go to the urgent care, the ER or whatever, and get
They stitched it up.
They couldn't stitch it because it was on the corner, so by where it was, they couldn't, like, there was nothing to stitch to, so they had to just like wrap it really tight, and I had to keep going back, and they had to keep removing the clot, like the scab, and just that was the most painful part, was removing the scab. Like, he had to just kind of rip it off, like
We never should have gone down this road.
like waxing an eyebrow. He just had to rip the scab off.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it sucked.
Terrible. That's the most pain you've ever been in? You have a scar right now?
It healed pretty well.
Let's see.
You could see that, like, it's misshaped a little bit, but
Nah, come on. Considering what you did,
yeah,
That's
I
not
still
bad.
I don't really have feeling in that corner of my thumb, but
interesting. The most pain I've ever been in, I have two, actually. And
you're just trying to one up me, huh?
well, they were one was internal. I had to have my gallbladder removed.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you remember that. That was what was that 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe. But I think the meal that sent the gallbladder over the edge was actually with you.
Yeah,
It was.
I remember.
Yeah, it was. What the hell did I have?
I remember you ordering it. I'm like, that's not a good idea.
No, it was a terrible idea.
It was a
It's-
Kobe beef mac and cheeseburger.
That's exactly right, medium rare, just how I like it. But my gallbladder was teetering right on the brink, and then we went out.
You
to
were probably having
someplace.
stomach issues before that.
Yeah, I was having stomach issues for a while, but like they would come and go. I didn't know what it was. I thought I might have been lactose intolerant. I had no idea what the hell was going on. But basically, I would be keeled over in pain, like in all fours in pain, and my insides just felt like they were being shredded, like absolutely shredded. It felt like I was having a heart attack because it went into my chest and into my back. I couldn't move, and I would literally just be on all fours in pain, and then it would go away. Okay, and then maybe 2 months later, it would come back.
So you didn't think
I would
to
have
go to the
attacks.
doctor?
No, because I didn't know what it was, and I was probably scared to find out. I don't
Like,
to.
if anything in between now and whenever puts me on all fours in pain, I'm gonna go to the doctor.
Yeah, see, I'm more of a. If I don't go to the doctor and find out what it is,
It's
I'm
not
fine.
gonna kill you.
Yeah, exactly. not a great way to be, I guess. But eventually, I had no choice but to go. It was after that Kobe beef burger. I was absolutely dying. I had to go to the emergency room, and I remember the surgeon came in and told me, "Listen, this needs to come out like right now because it was so inflamed that it was actually affecting all the other organs around it." So I had 24 hours later, I was in surgery for 3 hours and then out, and I went home that very same day. It was a pretty simple procedure. But that was probably the most pain I've ever been in. And the other one, when I was a kid, I got burned. That was pretty bad, too. But that was more, so I was...
With like fire or something hot.
Something hot. I was sitting on the kitchen counter. My mother was making hot dogs, boiling hot dogs on the stove, and I fell off the kitchen counter and knocked the boiling pot of hot water on top of me.
Water's bad because it flows all.
Exactly. So it went all over my chest, my thumb, my ankle. It was literally everywhere. And I had to be in a Cornell burn unit for about a week and a half. And then I had to go back because it was infected. It was a whole story. This is a really exciting episode of the Garage Party Podcast.
Did they have to scrape off the dead skin and stuff?
I don't remember. I was 6 or 7 years old. I was pretty much a baby.
Come on, if I remember my bee sting and the exact table.
Yeah. That's right. You remember the table. I don't really remember. I remember it was bad. I remember I was in a lot of pain, and I remember the skin just got black. But yeah, it was bad. Those are my two most painful experiences. And number 3 might be for the people. The most painful experience for the people watching this podcast might be listening to it. Little depressing on the Garage Party Podcast today.
I don't think it's that depressing. Everyone has stories like this. So
we're really pushing our
if
come
you
party
wanna-
in the garage
if
thing.
you want to tell us yours, we'll listen.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
We may block you.
Throw it along
on
with,
social media if you tell us, but
Yeah, throw it along with your favorite food spot.
in the same comment. In
The same comment, yeah. But those are my two. What's your most embarrassing moment? That could be funny.
Most embarrassing moment.
Yeah, let's lighten the mood in this bitch. We got lights. We're talking about the most painful experiences.
I gotta think about it. I don't really.
You got to think about your most embarrassing moment?
I think so. Yeah.
Can't be that embarrassing then if it doesn't stick out to you. Mine sticks out to me clear as day. Clear as day.
I don't really get embarrassed.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I've had embarrassing moments for sure, but none that stick out that are
I could see that.
I don't really get bothered by it.
What kind of a human are you? Who doesn't get embarrassed?
I don't know. Sociopath.
Yeah, seriously. Gotta watch yourself around this guy. My most embarrassing moment, I was on a cruise, and we were on the Disney cruise, and we went to this secluded island that they had. It was nice. I forget the name of it. Nice island. They had banana boat rides. You know, like you go on a banana boat. You sit on the boat. They take you around the ship. They take you around, like, way out into the ocean. You have a good time. Okay, I go on the banana boat. I'm sitting on it. I'm holding on. I go on with my father. We're sitting there. We're having a great time. All of a sudden, the boat that drags the banana boat. So basically, you have the banana boat that you sit on, and then the speedboat at the front of it that drags the banana boat around. Well, the speedboat makes a little bit too sharp of a turn, and I go flying off the banana boat along with a couple other people.
Okay. See where this is going.
Yeah, okay. So that's what happens the first time. I get back on. It's a whole process. They got to help people back on the boat because now it's a challenge. You're basically pulling dead weight up into a boat from the ocean. So that's the first time. Now, at this point, I'm probably 11, 12, maybe. Okay. Now I'm back on the boat. We go around again. And again, the son of a bitch driving the boat makes too sharp of a turn. I fall off, but this time I'm determined to not fall completely off. I hang on to the handrail, the handle.
And off goes your bathing suit?
Off goes the bathing suit into the crystal clear blue water. So now the boat is dragging me, and my white ass is just absolutely visible to every single person on this boat. I'm 11 or 12 years old.
11, 12?
11 or 12. My white ass is completely visible, and the bathing suit is hanging on by my toes. I'm just holding on to it. Just holding on to it. But I was determined to keep that bathing suit because if that bathing suit,
find it.
Yeah, if that bathing suit had gone into the ocean, my only option would have been to go back to shore, butt ass naked. Butt ass naked. So I was able to hold on to the bathing suit by the absolute clinch of my toes, and I was able to make it. But that is my most embarrassing story. I mean, 20 people saw everything. Maybe more. I forget how many people were on it.
And the amount of damage that can be done by your junk just boom, 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 boom against the water.
Yeah, that wasn't fun either. Yep. Yeah, at the time, I was more concerned about everybody seeing my white ass, but because I didn't feel any pain at that point.
So you didn't think to just let go all at once of the
I
boat?
probably should have, but I think pride just crept in, and I didn't want to fall off this damn thing again. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to hang on.
Have you been on a banana boat since?
No, no chance. And I wouldn't.
You won't?
Absolutely not. No shot. Scarred.
See, like, I usually wear those compression shorts when I wear a bathing
so
suit.
that's part of the problem. I was not wearing a bathing suit. I was wearing basketball shorts.
Okay.
That was part of the problem.
Basketball shorts, no underwear?
I had underwear, but those went too.
Okay.
Yeah. Those went too. The speed of the water. I mean, I was basically being dragged.
Well, yeah, with shorts.
I mean, they had no chance.
Like, obviously, bathing suits usually have the little tie, so it's a little harder.
To be honest with you,
but they still always come off.
To be honest with you, I think if I had a bathing suit on, I would have suffered the same fate.
Yeah.
I mean, the speed at which I was being dragged, I
wear like
probably
those
would have lost it
compression
anyway.
shorts under my bathing suit.
Yeah.
I probably didn't when I was 12, so my ass would have been out there with yours. But
yeah, you're getting to know a lot about us today on the Garage Party Podcast. Most embarrassing moments, most painful moments.
Where we like to eat.
Where we like to eat.
They're gonna be able to stalk us soon.
You're getting like a whole glimpse into us. I mean, crazy.
You learned I'm a sociopath that doesn't have anything embarrassing to tell
Yeah,
you. That
seriously.
or I just wanted to hear Rich go first.
If you were on that banana boat, be sure to email in. You can call us in and
send us any VHS footage.
Any VHS footage of my white ass and junk being dragged through. What ocean is that? Atlantic?
Where was it? Bahamas?
Yeah.
Regardless.
Atlantic.
Yeah. Have you been in the Pacific Ocean?
I haven't been in it, but we've seen it.
Yeah. That we did.
Never been. Oh, I have been in it. I have been in the Pacific Ocean. Yes, I went to California with my aunt on a baseball trip, and I went in the Pacific Ocean.
You went in the water?
Yeah, in Carpinteria, beautiful part of California, right on the beach.
I've only been in the Pacific Ocean once. Actually, wait. What water is it in Thailand?
Indian Sea? Indian Ocean? I have no idea. I'm completely throwing that out. No idea.
Give it a look. Phuket. Pull it up on a map.
What ocean is...
Or it could be a sea. Might be a sea.
Indian Ocean.
Indian
Damn,
Ocean?
I was right.
That makes sense.
I took a stab at that. Boy, so you swam in the Indian Ocean.
I swam in the Indian Ocean.
You could say that.
I didn't.
That's a fun fact.
I've only dipped my toes. I've gone like knee deep in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
I haven't gone like a full swim in there.
By the way, I want to circle back a little bit. Talking about most painful moments. The fact that your most painful moment is you cutting your thumb off is actually pretty surprising because you're a guy who likes to do a lot of wild and adventurous shit. You're the kind of guy that wants to wrestle like a crocodile.
I do.
You want to swim
not
with
a crocodile, alligator.
Alligator. You want to swim with a
I won't
shark.
stand a chance.
So, although cutting his thumb off is his most painful moment now, stay tuned because there's a good chance one day that's going to change.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good chance that'll change. The only person I know that wants to wrestle an alligator.
There's got to be other ones.
Oh, I'm sure. But not sane people.
I just want I've been training my whole life for this.
How? By doing the podcast?
I've been, because they can't move laterally very well, so I've been practicing my side steps.
Yeah, but can't they flip you over? And then it's kind of...
With what?
It's done for you.
Can't catch me.
Let me ask you a question.
Unless I shut their big dumb mouth.
How are you going to... Do you know the size
Yeah.
of their mouth?
Yeah, but it opens from one spot, so as long as I can, it's a matter of leverage and mechanics and physics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Are there places where you can supervised wrestle an alligator or a crocodile, whatever you're trying to do?
So kind of, because you just have to clamp his jaws, and then the trainer comes and kind of like.
But there's a place where you can do that.
Yeah, there are a few.
Where?
Mostly in Florida, like the Tallahassee, Everglades area.
Legally?
Yeah.
So you're telling me
It's
there's
some people's
legally a
jobs.
place? But what happens if, let's say, you go and you wrestle that alligator and it bites your arm off?
I'd probably have to sign a waiver.
So then what? You walk out of there with one less arm than you went in with, and you don't even get a dime.
Yeah, and I gotta live with one less arm.
Cool story, though.
Awesome story.
When people ask you, how'd you lose your arm? You can say, an alligator bit it off. Kind of like Quint and Judge, I'll catch this bird for you.
It's not like a stupid, it was an auger accident.
Yeah.
I was trying to make corn.
Yeah, that's true. If I had to tell somebody how I lost my arm, alligator would probably be the first way I would go.
Sharks up there, too.
Yeah.
Which is also something.
I just don't want to experience.
You don't want to swim with a great white?
No. In fact, another fun
would you do the
fact about
cage?
me, one of my biggest fears in the world is a shark.
Okay.
Biggest fears. I will not go out in the ocean really further than, my knees. Because
I'm the guy.
I'm terrified.
It's definitely scary, but I like to swim as far out as possible.
One of my biggest fears and nightmares in the world is being out in the ocean and seeing a fin next to me. Because I would feel so helpless. By the time I got back to shore, it could eat me 4 times.
You're the guy it'll be like a dolphin, and you're booking it.
If I saw a dolphin out there, I would die on the
dolphin
spot.
might be more dangerous. It might rape you. They do that.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah.
Rape?
Yeah.
Where did you hear this?
Internet?
What is that, The Onion? Oh, God. Dolphins. I can't even believe I'm actually Googling dolphins rape humans.
Today. I'm wrecking his search history.
Seriously. Can animals
Dolphins
commit rape or murder? This is a... Oh, come on. I can't even believe this. Dolphins rape people.
Are we going to debunk it? Dolphin rape.
There's too much research that has to be done into this. I can't do it on the spot. But believe me, I will, because this is a fascinating thing.
But
how are they going to rape you? They don't have anything.
What do you mean? They have they're a mammal. They have one of the biggest old John
You want to say they have one of the biggest dicks in the world, yeah.
They do.
A dolphin?
Yeah, dolphins, seals, whales, all those. They're all mammals.
You know what's weird? I can't even believe I'm about to say this sentence. All the times I've seen dolphins do tricks, I've never seen their dick.
I think it's like...
Is it hid?
It's almost like in their skin, I think.
And then
like
it just
ever
comes
seen
out
like a
when
crab? Like the bottom of a crab, it has that little thing that flips up.
Yeah, but that's not their peen. That's their...
No, it is.
I think it's their nerve.
Search that, too. Dolphin dick.
Episode 4 of the Garage Party Podcast. This is what you get on a weekly basis from us here.
I'm wrecking Rich's search history.
Dolphin dick.
But I would definitely do the shark. Even if it was just the cage. Because there's less places that you can actually go outside the cage with. But there's those people who literally ride. Oh, wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Wouldn't want to come in contact with that.
And I don't think that's even the biggest in the mammal world.
These dolphins are getting away with murder.
It looks like my right leg. Jesus.
Good Lord.
We'll spare the viewers.
Yeah, they don't
if you want to look at it, just Google dolphin dick, and
literally, and then go to Google Images.
Wow, that's a piece.
Huge.
I added a new fear to Rich's catalog.
I think I'm more scared of the dolphin now.
Getting raped by a dolphin.
Yeah, who wouldn't be scared of that?
I've seen some dolphins.
How are female dolphins putting up with that? Legitimate question.
Yeah.
That thing almost looks bigger than a dolphin itself.
It's interesting.
How is the dolphin population staying so high?
Because they're not going to miss with that.
No, they're not going to miss. But how?
You can reproduce from across the room.
I guess.
From across the Indian Ocean.
That's true.
Things.
Doesn't even have to get off the couch.
Yeah.
You stay there. I'll do my thing. Oh boy, I got to tell you, I didn't see this being where the Garage Party Podcast episode 4 was going.
36 minutes in. We covered a lot.
Everything from dolphin dick to bee stings. This is what you wanted, though. You wanted a little a weird show.
Some flavor to it.
Add a little.
We got the party lights going.
Little star-kissed flavor to this.
We needed a pivot from Johnny Chan. I couldn't fucking hear that guy's name again.
That's a good thing because you're probably never going to hear it. Odds are he's not coming on the show, especially after Dolphin Dick. If Johnny Chan was considering coming on the show, I think Dolphin Dick might have taken him away. We might have lost Johnny.
Only at the Garage Party Podcast can you hear Dolphin Dick and Johnny Chan in the same sentence.
No, but like in all seriousness, dolphin females, how are they doing that? How are they handling that? Because their vaginas can't be as big as the dolphin's dick. Can't be. It's impossible. It would have to be the size of them.
It absolutely can be.
I don't want to Google dolphin vagina.
I don't even know how they have sex with the shape of them.
Yeah, that's another question.
Do they have to go like belly to belly and keep swimming? Or
God,
in that picture, it looked like he was like chasing her and with his big old dick out.
Of course he was chasing her. How the hell is she supposed to keep up with that thing? She's trying to get away.
Or is that just how they do it? Like, is it fun to them? It's part of the chase.
Like, do you think there's dolphin consent? Or do you think that all dolphins are just getting raped? It's almost like cats. I think cats are big rape people.
Cats are?
Yeah, huge rape animal.
So like tigers and lions or cats?
No, like cats,
House
like
cats?
alley cats. When I lived in Brooklyn, back to Brooklyn, there was a group of alley cats that used to live in our backyard area, and almost like every night you would hear one of them screaming their heads off because they were getting raped, and then like 6 months later or 9 months later, there'd be a new litter of kittens. Big rape animal. Big rape
How
animal.
do you know it's rape though?
It might. Well, the fact that you have no idea what these screams sounded like.
It sounded like it was dying.
Like yes, like
Of
it
rape.
was absolutely dying. Crazy.
So do you think lions and like mountain lions and tigers?
I don't know if they're doing the same thing. No idea. This is all like fascinating. This is all like planet Earth stuff.
Yeah, Blue Planet, all that.
Blue Planet. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna get into dolphin dick. I don't know if you're gonna hear.
Oh,
like,
they probably do.
that kind of stuff. No way.
Yeah.
No way.
They just say it way more like gracefully. They'll be like, the dolphin has one of the greatest male appendages in all of the sea.
You sound like the crab from Little Mermaid. Maybe he's right. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch Blue Planet or whatever the hell it's called. The Nature Channel? Nature Channel getting in dolphin dick?
Nat Geo?
These are the kinds of things that people want to actually
There's
see.
probably books.
You mean to tell me that there's a book,
on a dolphin?
300 pages or more, dedicated to a dolphin's penis?
See, now that you put a page limit on it, maybe, yeah, still.
Oh.
There's got to be at least, maybe not specifically on the dolphin dick, but on, like, dolphin reproduction. Because people who are experts on dolphin have to get that information from somewhere.
Interesting. Yeah, you might be right.
There's got to be a lot of obscure books out there. Have you read any books lately?
I have not. But I actually just ordered a book yesterday that I'm pretty excited about. It's written by a Secret Service guy, and it's all about like what it's like to be on the President's Secret Service.
Who was he guarding?
I think it's actually a book by like 6 or 7 of them that wrote
Okay.
kind of like their experience with it. So I think it covers a wide variety. I think it starts with Carter and probably ends with Obama.
Okay.
That would be my guess. But like just different like stories about what it's like to be on the detail. I'm assuming that they can't get too in depth on their strategies and secrets on what they're working
some of
with.
those
But
they get a Secret Service for life, no?
Yes, every president has Secret Service for life. Yes, you don't get like nearly the amount that you get when you're actually in the White House, but you definitely have a detail with you for the rest of your life. I know Carter right now, who's the oldest living president, still has one.
Is it? You think it's the same guy from when he was like president? Or
I don't
at
know.
least a
I don't
couple?
know. You
'Cause that's
probably
cool.
you probably get like a
Probably becomes like a part of your family almost.
yeah. I mean, if they're there all the time, for sure. But it's pretty wild. I'm excited for the book. I just ordered it off Amazon yesterday, so we'll see.
What made you order that?
I was just watching the news and like I just saw like a Secret Service agent like on top of the White House roof, and I was like, damn, that's fascinating. Like what they do to like the stuff that they do to protect the person who's in the White House or the person who's in the White House's family. It's wild.
I was working at an event in Aspen, Colorado, and John Kerry was one of the speakers.
Yeah.
So he didn't get there till Friday, but on the Saturday before that I got there and was setting up my stuff, his like security detail was already, sweeping the rooms. I saw them out through town while I was just walking around in Aspen, taking the same routes they were driving and
just
with their
practicing
Suburbans.
and-
Yeah, like just
yeah.
rehearsing, like, and just checking everything out, seeing like I guess like, traffic patterns, like.
It's wild. It's a
Everything.
wild job. One of my favorite movies is In the Line of Fire. You ever seen that movie? Clint Eastwood,
No, I don't
where he
think I
plays a Secret Service agent for the president. Good movie. Yeah, it's just a fascinating job, like being able to do that. And there's different branches of the Secret Service. Like I know that there's a branch of the Secret Service that deals with like counterfeit money and stuff like that. But the one I'm really interested in is like Secret Service for the president. That's pretty wild. I mean,
Now, is it all of like politicians that get it? Like, is it like senators and stuff that get
I
Secret
think they
Service, or they
have-
have their own?
they probably have like a detail, maybe if they want to hire it on their own. But the president obviously has the biggest detail.
And then even within that, there's probably ranks. Like, there's guys who are actually,
Yeah.
the person next to him who would take a bullet, and then there's
Right. And it's always fascinating to me too if you're a Secret Service agent, obviously job number one is to protect the president at all costs, so you have to almost be willing to lay down your life for his. Does political bias get in the way with that? Like if you don't like the person or if you don't like what he stands for, would you have a difficult time doing it, or are you just so dedicated to the job that it's about the man and it's about the role? It's fascinating. I want to learn more about
probably
that
varies
stuff.
by person, I'd imagine.
Yeah, like does each president have a different detail? Like are they picking and choosing who's protecting them? You're like a monkey today. You're grooming me. You're picking off stuff off my pants.
There was a lint.
You're picking off stuff off my microphone.
There was lint.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Lynn. I think it's our intern.
That was definitely, it was probably a piece of his rope, his little rope.
Yeah,
toy,
that's probably
honestly.
what it is. A lot of stuff covered on the Garage Party Podcast, episode 4 today.
I like it.
Wide variety.
I like it.
Wide variety. I think I can't even. What did we start off with? We started off with
Pizza.
L&B, and we've
Pizza.
navigated to the Secret Service with Dolphin Dick in between. What
Only
a day.
here. Only here.
Only
Can
here on
do
the Garage
that.
Party Podcast. I guarantee you this is the only place you're hearing about that. Nobody else is talking about that, and probably rightfully so.
Now, if only Spotify will sign us to a long-term deal.
That'd be nice.
Probably
Spotify, we're looking at you. YouTube, we're looking at you. Putting the heat on. We're available. We're
Yeah.
here. Talk to us.
Making good content over here.
Talk to us. We got a lot of followers. At least 9. We don't know their ages. We don't know where they're from. I know at least 7 of them. We're open for business.
We are open
For business.
We got red and green lights.
Listen, you gave Joe Rogan 100 mil. We'll settle for 50.
We'll settle for 100th of that.
You pay for our pizza today at L&B. We could start
Pay for-
talking.
we'll settle for 1% of what Rogan got.
That's right. 1%.
And nothing less, though.
Nothing less. No, we can't go much lower than that. Percentage points?
We're not going to sell our souls. We're talking about dolphin dicks over here.
Come on now. Where else you getting this content? Spotify, YouTube, where else you getting dolphin dick content? Come on now.
Another thing I'm looking forward to is we're going to go to that beer garden tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I haven't had draft beer in months.
I also happen to really like that German beer. You ever have it Schäferhofen?
No.
Delicious.
I've never been disappointed by like a really nice draft German beer, though.
It's great.
There's that spot in Patchogue I used to go to that had a few good ones.
Yeah. I went to a brewery last weekend, Brew SA in Freeport. Very nice. They all have like these nice outdoor benches, and they have like games and stuff. Tomorrow will be the first time I'm going to Platzdeutsch in a while, obviously since the pandemic. So I saw on their Instagram they have like a nice setup, a lot of outdoor tables. So should be a good time. Looking forward to it. Something to do on a Friday, and then
looking forward to having a nice cold draft beer.
Exactly, or several cold draft beers.
Well, the first one's
like
gonna be I'm just gonna enjoy it and
sip
it slow.
I'm considering Ubering there.
Okay. Yeah, it's only 20 minutes.
I'm gonna Uber it.
It was only a 20-minute
So
ride.
we don't have to worry about it. We could just
honestly, we could take the LIR too.
Could do that. Just drink as much as we want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the move.
Because they're pretty close to the train station in Franklin Square.
Yeah. We'll discuss that tomorrow. I think that's a good idea though. But yeah.
Or honestly, Lauren may even want to drive because she's doing like a cycling class on Saturday.
Oh, cool. There you
Which
go.
is all stuff we could discuss off the air.
Off the air. Good stuff. But I'm trying to think. What else you got in mind for our adventures?
As far as food?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we're hoping to get some suggestions from our followers, but
I was just throwing it out there when I said cheesesteaks, but I'll definitely do that.
Take a ride to Philly one day?
Yeah, go to Passangeno's.
I feel like we'd have to hit both.
Yeah, they're across the street from one another.
I know.
You ever been?
I have never been either. I've been to Tony Luke's.
Okay.
Tony Luke's is a good one. Never been to Pat's and Gino's. Maybe that's next week. Maybe that's
some of like the locals say like Passangeno's are obviously not even the best, but they're definitely really good, especially when you're a tourist.
Imagine that. Look what the Garage Party podcast is doing for us already. We're gonna take a ride out to Philly and get some Pat's and Gino's cheesesteaks.
My gallbladder's gonna have to keep up.
Mine's already gone. We can go as many times as you want, baby. Mine's already gone. I got nothing there. I'm ready to roll.
So what does that do, the gallbladder?
Absolutely nothing. The doctor told me it's a completely useless organ.
It's vestigial?
The only thing that it does is cause problems. It's useless.
So it's like the appendix? It's vestigial?
Yeah. Is
that the word?
It either functions properly for you or it doesn't, and if it doesn't, it's got to come out, but you don't lose the ability to do anything or nothing.
It's like the appendix, I think, was made to like digest like trees and twigs and dirt.
Yeah, what do we need that for?
I don't eat that.
We're not dinosaurs.
Yeah, I'm not eating.
What is that?
All that
herbivore? Herbivores.
Yeah, herbivores eat plants.
Twigs.
We're omnivores.
Trees. Carnivores eat meat.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a carnivore, right? I eat a lot of meat.
You're an omnivore. You eat both.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I didn't even know what that was. I had no idea what an omnivore was.
You can go to like earth science class? What kind of student were you? Like, not like...
You mean like grades-wise? Or you mean like dedication-wise? Because both aren't great.
Were you like better at
I
like?
was a
Were you
decent
good
student.
at like history?
Yeah, English and history were my two. I love history. History is my favorite. Math by far my worst. To this day, I have basic math. I mean, I can do, but let's just get real on the Garage Party podcast for a second. All that stuff that they teach you in high school and in some parts of college, math-wise, useless. Useless. Unless you're going to become a mathematician or a math professor.
Actually.
No. Tell me one time since you've graduated that you've used any type of rhombus or all those different types of equations. Pi. When was the last time you used pi?
Pi, I haven't used.
3.14. I remember that.
Yeah.
But when was the last time you used it in your daily life?
Yeah.
If you have to think that hard,
yeah,
you didn't use it. You didn't use it. When was the last time you used algebra?
Algebra I've used.
Really? For what? Give me an example.
For work, like measurements and stuff, it comes in handy.
Measurements is fine, but not...
even just thinking of like square footage. Like doing the tile in my kitchen, I had to think of like square footage of,
Okay. So
that's
algebra I'll give you.
Even geometry comes in handy with stuff like that.
Okay.
Measurements. But outside of that,
But we weren't
I don't have
learning
to
how
map
to
a
measure.
I don't have to map a parallelogram.
Yeah,
ever.
right.
I didn't have to learn that.
None of that. Graphs. Remember graphs? I never had to use any of that nonsense.
But some of that stuff, like, there's definitely people that do.
People who deal with money and people who are financially
Or any sort of
based
number.
jobs.
Or like a statistician.
But it's such a necessity
Or if
for
you're
high
working for
school.
SpaceX sending men to Mars, you want them to know their numbers.
But I feel like those should be electives. If you want to
Could be.
deal with
Yeah.
numbers, and if you want to go into space, and if you want to put tiles in the kitchen, take this class. If
Okay.
you want to learn how to navigate your paycheck, take the basic math, which is what I know how to do. Barely, but I
feel
know
like
how to do it.
What we got was the basic math, really, though.
Yeah, it's the basic math.
I mean,
what
I stopped
they
doing
consider
math.
basic.
I didn't even take math. I think 11th and 12th grade, because
I
I
did-
did the bare minimum of math to get
Yeah.
the diploma I needed.
Yeah, I did the bare minimum too. I barely passed. By
I
the
was always
skin of my
taking like
teeth.
art classes and stuff, which I wish I branched out a little bit and took like something else.
Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, like
Like
something
an elective of some kind?
Yeah, like I was taking art electives with stuff that like it was way too easy for me because I was already way past that level of that class. So I wish I took some electives that I wish I took like culinary arts or something like that.
Culinary arts. Okay. You want to deal with food? I enjoy cooking now, by the way.
It's not bad at all.
I've gotten,
I like it.
ever since I moved here and moved out on my own or with my girlfriend, I have become very into cooking. I enjoy it.
How about baking or just cooking?
I don't mind baking.
I usually mess up baking, but like cooking.
Baking is very measurement based.
Yeah.
You're off by
It's
like
an
one
exact
thing.
science,
Yep.
yeah.
And it screws up everything. Where cooking is more of like a touch and feel.
Yeah.
I enjoy cooking a lot. I
Yeah, I
enjoy
never-
steak marinades now. I've been making my own.
I never really cooked until I
good
moved
stuff.
here either.
Yeah. No, it was never really my thing. But now, forget it. I'm making sauces. I'm making marinades. I tried lamb.
Yeah, and then you had like a stomach bug for.
No, that wasn't from the lamb. That was from an establishment around here that I won't name, just in case they want to sponsor us one
Okay.
day.
So you'll let them sponsor us?
I'll let them sponsor us. I won't eat them. But they can put their name on the show if they
Okay.
want.
All right.
I think you know who it is, though, don't you?
I think so, but I'm not gonna obviously
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
don't
say.
say it on there, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But
will.
obviously, yeah. So you were bad at math.
really bad at math.
I was good at math until it started getting hard. Like I was good at math until like 6th grade, 7th grade, and then once they started adding letters and shapes,
yeah,
and,
that's where I went downhill.
once you needed that special calculator, is when it started going down for me.
Believe me when I say this, no exaggeration whatsoever. If I can't do it on a calculator, most likely I can't do it.
I mean, like multiplication, adding, dividing, finding percentages. Like
Top of your head, 8 times 7.
8 times 7.
Top of your head. You've already thought too long.
It's 42. You're gonna use a calculator.
Yeah. We're going to confirm.
Oh no, it's not. 8 times 7 is not.
No, it's not. See? That's why we have calculators.
It's 56.
There you go.
Yeah.
But you would have failed.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You put me on the spot.
Useless. Useless. Especially when everybody has these now.
I guess, yeah.
Useless.
But really, a lot of the stuff you learn in schools, like history,
Yeah, obviously. Everything
you
else
don't
I
need
think
to
is
know
pretty...
about World War II.
No, well, of course not, but I enjoyed it, and I feel like there is somewhat of a responsibility to understand at least the bare minimum of what your nation is and where it came from before you got here.
I mean, I'm with you. I love history.
I love
so-
it. I think it's great.
I was terrible at English.
What do you mean by terrible anyway? Like synonyms, pronouns, verbs,
Yeah, a lot of the
adjectives,
grammar
that kind of
and
stuff?
spelling stuff. Obviously, I couldn't spell sings.
Yeah.
But also, like, I was always like a creative person, so like, I would do these awesome, what I felt was awesome creative writing assignments, and then I'd get ripped to shreds on my grammar and this and that, and
Yeah, I mean, commas and where to put certain things,
Yeah.
semicolons, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can see that. But that's just, again, unless you're going to be a writer or you're going to have to deal with some stuff like that, most
well,
likely you're
it's
not
more
gonna
likely
be-
you're going to use that than math.
Absolutely. That's definitely much more important.
Wording like a proper email to get a sponsor from Spotify.
You have health class?
Yeah.
I had a health class. That was fun. Kids never took it seriously, though, because she was talking about sex the whole time.
Yeah, there's always some clowns like that.
Of course.
But a lot of the stuff was like I've always been interested in the human body, too. Like, I'm interested in a lot of that stuff.
The human body or the dolphin body?
Obviously both, so that's marine biology.
What fascinates you about the human body?
It's interesting. Just how we're like a well-oiled machine.
I don't know about well-oiled.
Well,
But
if you get your gallbladder out at 21, maybe not.
Yeah. That's not well-oiled. Maybe
But
it was too well-oiled. That's why it had to come out.
Yeah, then again, you're still ticking.
I am still ticking. I'm still going. 26. Interesting. The human anatomy fascinates you, huh?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Health class was always fun. I enjoyed health class because to me, it was real. It was like, all right, well, this is like, okay, we should probably know this. And obviously they try to teach you like about STDs and things like that.
All useful.
Yeah, all useful, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to don't get one.
Yeah, that was rule number one.
There's literally one way to prevent getting one. Interesting. Health class.
As far as like, were you good at like paying attention in class?
No, not really. I was more of the
I zoned out.
I was so obsessed with sports when I was in high school and even in parts of college. I was so obsessed with sports. I would literally like have sports talk radio on in my headphones, listening to it.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to have headphones on.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to that well at all. It's really amazing I've been able to skate by as far as I have.
I mean, all you needed was a diploma.
Got one.
Yeah.
Got it.
You didn't have to go back to it.
Got three of them, actually. High school, college, and CSB. Imagine that. 3 different institutions deemed me well enough to have a diploma.
That's interesting.
Fascinating.
Wow.
Really makes you think about the system.
Yeah, I wasn't good at paying attention in most of the time. I just spaced out. And then also, as far as like assignments, I was always waiting to the last minute. So like with essays and stuff, I'd have to cram it in the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Homework, depending on time of year, would depend on whether I did it or not.
I think I thought of a good name for this podcast.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me yet.
Hold off?
Or if you want to fire it away, fire it away.
It's up to you. I don't have to tell you.
Yeah, hold on to it.
Hold on to it. All right.
Yeah.
The people will be surprised?
Yeah.
Okay. I would have told them. I would have told you, too. Our intern's here.
Our intern's looking at you with his big
Because I have his toy.
He's over there licking himself.
As all interns do.
He made a little cameo on camera the other day.
Yeah. I don't know if he's feeling it today.
He's definitely not a good student.
You don't think so?
Nah, he wouldn't be a good student.
He doesn't get along well with his other classmates.
No, he doesn't. Bad hygiene, too.
Episode 4, man.
Episode 4.
This show
what a trip.
Has gone completely off the rails. Off the goddamn rails. I don't even know where to begin. How would I even...
This is how you gear up for a fat fuck adventure today.
Yeah. Dolphin dick really gets you fired up to experience some food.
Yeah, it does to me. But you're going to be...
People eat dolphin, too, don't they? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, in, like, China and stuff. They eat the fin.
The fin? Dolphin fin?
Yeah. I think the shark fins, too. They make shark fin soup.
Crazy. This show has gone completely... I can't even... I don't know... If somebody asked me what's episode 4 about, I wouldn't even know what to tell them.
I like it.
Would not even know what to tell them. Episodes 3, 2, and 1 were all so structured. We talked about Johnny Chan. We had a little UFC, a little golf.
How'd you do in the golf?
I advanced. I'm on to the next round. I'm now one of 8 people remaining.
Okay.
8 people remaining.
And
my golfer,
who'd you pick this week?
Justin Thomas.
Okay.
And he teed off at 1, and I have not checked yet.
Okay.
What he's doing.
He's probably only 3 holes in. 3-4 holes.
3 or 4 holes in. Yeah. What is it? Almost 3 o'clock. He's about 3 holes in. I'm a little worried. I don't know why. Justin Thomas is an excellent golfer. I just think it's natural. I'm one of 8 people left. It's natural for me to be scared at this point.
They're
I'm
playing
all right
in
with it.
Hilton Head, South Carolina.
They are.
Beautiful area.
The RBC Heritage. Yep.
Beautiful area.
Beautiful area. I was also the only person to go with Justin Thomas, too. So that worried me a little bit also.
8 people. You're one of 8? Or
I'm one of 8.
one of 8. Okay.
So 7 others.
So we'll keep you guys updated on that.
Yeah. We'll hope for the best. Good stuff. Episode 5. Maybe, what do you think? A little more structure?
See, he's a structure guy.
I am a little bit. You know what, though? But I enjoyed this.
This was fun.
This is a good time. I enjoyed this podcast today. We were able to. I don't want to use my phrase because that's the title of the episode.
Go ahead, say it.
Getting to know you.
All right.
You like that?
No.
He hates it. It's a good thing I said it because he's not going to use it anyway. I thought it was good. Getting to know you. Getting to know us.
Getting to know us.
They know our most embarrassing experience. My junk hanging out in the Atlantic Ocean. My white ass. People looking at it.
They know I went to the Indian Ocean.
They know that he went to the Indian Ocean.
And I am missing a piece of my thumb.
Yep.
It grew back.
They know I got burned. They know I am missing an organ.
They know where I was stung by a bee.
When you were stung and where.
Yeah.
Body part-wise and the location.
Yes. All the details there.
All the details are there. They know that dolphins have one of the biggest
Male appendages.
male appendages
Big old dolphin dick.
in the ocean. Big old. The end of
The end.
this dolphin dick.
The end of this dolphin dick.
That still blows me away.
No testicles, though. Maybe they do.
I can't even get into this.
All right.
If they don't have those, where's the...
The seed
Yeah, where's that coming from?
from inside of them. I mean, they still have the organ that produces it. And
Do you think dolphins and,
it's got to be bigger, you know?
Do you
to
think-
shoot out that long shaft?
Do you think dolphins and animals look at the way that we do it and they're like,
What are you
look at
doing?
these weirdos? Like, can you believe this? Look at how embarrassing
Why are you
this is.
shooting it into a rubber sleeve?
The hell is wrong with you? Back to health class. All right. I think that's going to do it for episode 4. Episode 4 for me is just a wash. It's a wash. It is completely...
Don't call it a wash. It was a great episode.
It went off the rails.
We
I
got
don't know.
red and green lights over here.
What's our time over there? How long have people been listening to this nonsense?
62 minutes.
62 minutes. One of our longest goddamn episodes,
No.
and we didn't talk...
Episode 3 was longer.
How long?
I think it was an hour and 10.
All right, we're off by 8 minutes. This is our second longest episode. One of our second longest episode has been hijacked by things out of our control.
Mr. Structure is going to try and steer us back to Johnny Chan next week, and I won't let him.
No.
So send us your dolphin dick stories.
Yeah, be sure to tune in next week when we talk about the largest dick in the jungle this time.
Okay.
We'll cover that.
All right.
Got to be the elephant, right?
I don't know.
Horse.
Best believe I'm going to Google it as soon as we get off air.
Be sure to stay tuned. Episode 5. You don't know what's going to come your way. We're going to go eat some spumoni. We're going to head out to Spumoni Gardens. Be sure to tune into our YouTube. You'll be able to follow our entire trip. And be sure to send us your suggestions. GaragePartyPodcast@gmail.com. Your best food suggestions, what we should eat, when and why we should go there. Be sure to let us know. Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. And interact with us. We're looking forward to it. We're excited about this new mini-series on our vlog, on our YouTube page. I think it's going to be cool. Each week we'll go to a different spot. We want it to be your suggestions, though. We want to know what your favorite spots are. Hopefully they're places that we haven't actually been to yet so that we can then go and experience them. So that's on you guys. GaragePartyPodcast@gmail.com.
Peace.